It's circling. We are live. Bam. Oh, crap. I can't steal his. I mean, hey, we are live. So we're 9 seconds in. So far, no one's here. It's all good in the hood. But we are, in fact, live right now. And, yeah, we're good to go, dog. So on your screen where, it's got that feature that we were effing around with last week where it like shows comments on the stream and stuff. That's where our live chat will be, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool, I just got the notification, everything. We went live. We look good on YouTube.
Heck
so
yeah,
I think we're in good shape.
All right.
We're in good shape.
With that, tell me about
Slater.
What's up, dude? What's happening, brother? Welcome to Rear Naked Takes. I almost called it Bare Naked Takes. That'd be a cool name too, eh?
Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies. You know what I'm saying? I thought back in like middle school, high school, whenever I heard that name for the first time, I'm like, do they like go on in their concerts? Do they actually have like naked ladies? Like, I want to go to that concert. That would be dope. Anyways, hey, welcome.
Keep doing that.
Rear Naked Takes. Jeremy, Dylan, you guys know us by now.
Probably not me. I'm not really in the zeitgeist.
Dylan. You're not in as much as you used to be. Life's happening, life's popping, life's doing the darn thing.
Bro, I was the fucking OG donor.
Were you like one of the first?
Nobody was donating money before me.
Damn.
I swear to God. If you go back and look, I mean, there might have been one person. I don't know. But
yeah.
There was like 7 listeners live, back in Matt, Josh, and Sevon. And that lasted like fucking 8 episodes. So, as soon as Sevy was by himself, I was dishing out money. I was throwing money at him like a stripper.
Dude, those were pretty dope shows. I'm not going to lie to you. He was actually just reflecting on those the other day and kind of talking about like why it stopped and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, that was a good time. That was a really good time. Even Matt, like Josh is fun, but Matt, Matt's a little, he gets a little, he doesn't want to just say what's on his mind because he's afraid. Unfortunately, a lot of people are kind of afraid of what other people are going to think, and it's just like, you know what? Stop. Just who cares, man? People are going to think this no matter if you say it. If people are going to think this if you don't say it, like it's all good. But anyways, yeah, that was awesome. But so you went to Tennessee this past weekend.
Yeah.
You what happened there? How'd that go?
Hey, on the Matt thing, I'll say this just like
yeah.
I will say I appreciate, and I could be wrong on this, but from my perception, he said he's not said anything about anything. Like I appreciate that. Like if you don't want to touch anything, you don't want to say anything, you don't want to, then just stay the fuck out of commenting on anything. I get that. I like that a lot more than like tiptoeing. Kind of like
yeah.
I see this side, but I like that side, and I just want everybody to have a hug. You know what I mean? It's like you don't. It's not a real opinion. You're just kind of being a little bit self-preserved, which I can't hate on too much. But if you're gonna take a stance on something, take a stance. You know what I mean? And if you're not going to,
Matt did a pretty good job of doing that.
It seems like it. I mean, has he officially said something on anything politically or like, you know what I mean? Like, or just like.
No, I don't think he has. To now that you say it, I think he's pretty. Like if he doesn't want to talk about it, he won't. He's like if you hear Dave Castro talk, like especially when
he's just like, no, I'm not going to answer that.
He's like, no, I'm not going to. Next question.
Yeah. Like, move on. Not going to.
I respect the hell out of that.
You know what I mean? Like,
you don't want to talk about it. Like
I don't like the pussyfooting around things. Like there's one way to do it. It's you either say shut up, I'm not talking about it, or you give your full opinion.
Yeah.
And
yep. There's no in between. It's like either we're gonna talk about it or we're not. Like, don't pussyfoot around.
And if you're not
Slater,
there to where you're
course, like, of course, may want to take my black fist down so it's not there for the whole show. Hey, we will put anything on the screen as long as we want. All right. Next time, make sure it's a different part of your body, not a fist. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink, wink. But anyways, he like, say it or don't. You know, we don't need any more PC warriors. Afraid of what other people are going to think if they say this or have that. It's stupid. It's silly. There it is. Slater knows what's up.
Attaboy.
Man, you got a little Peronis going on there, huh, Slater?
How the fuck do you get it curved like that?
Yeah, I don't know. You might want to see somebody, homie. Anyways, so Tennessee. You went to Tennessee. Tell us about Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
Hey-o.
I went down to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. My old man got married. We had a good time. It was fun. Just enjoy the family, and it's a if you haven't been, you need to go. It's if you're into, how do I put it? It's Smoky Mountains, so it's like kind of cabin in the woods, but they have like really cool downtown strip area. You could shop till you got no more money. I mean, it's expensive as hell down there, frankly, but it's fun. Dollywood is down there. Lots for the kids to do. A lot of tram rides and roller coasters, and I mean all over the place. Not just Dollywood. Like they got like mountainside like slides and roller coasters and shit like that. It's pretty cool. Real scenic, especially this time of year. It's a pretty cool
they get
place
the trees and everything going.
What?
The trees, the leaves changing and all that. Do they get that?
Yeah, but nobody like flips a switch, you know what I mean? And the leaves start changing. What do you mean? Do they get the trees
The
going?
good Lord does, man. No, I mean, like, fall sets in and the trees start changing colors. So
this time of year for sure is it's to be honest, like if you go in June or July, like you're gonna melt. But no, cool. We love Tennessee anyway, so it was just a cool little
weekend
trip.
I've ever heard anybody say they don't like Tennessee. Like everybody loves Tennessee.
It's become pretty trendy.
That is the place. Yeah.
It's become pretty trendy. Yeah. Yeah. Although I have like had my sights on Cookeville for since I found out Rich lived there. So like, I don't know, 2014 when I started CrossFit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Heck, I even thought of it back in the day too, man. I'm like, dude, like, imagine training with Rich or being in that, like that. That would be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be really
Cookeville's a great area, but it's, he's made their economy blow up. So it's pretty expensive real estate down there. But I think he's probably an hour from there.
Okay.
That's where Cookeville is. It's probably it's like an hour and a half from Nashville, maybe an hour change to Knoxville. And Knoxville is like half an hour from Pigeon Forge, and then Gatlinburg is like another 20 minutes south. So just that entire area is cool. Got to do it if you haven't done it. Come out and see hillbillies like myself, brown hillbillies, confused people.
I've been confused people. You don't know who you are. I have been through. My dad's from Georgia, Southern Georgia, so living up in the Great White North, we would drive down there as kids, and that's like the first time I really saw mountains and all that stuff. And I used to think, man, this would be a freaking beauty. Yeah, I mean, we don't have.
You got.
It's like we have. You got to go up north. We got the Great Lakes. We got some hills and stuff, but you want to see some elevation, you got to go up north. Otherwise, it's just pretty darn flat. But yeah, I remember going down there and just driving through and be like, oh my God, like this is pretty cool, man. Another time I was there, dude, this is funny. My little brother was stationed. He was a Marine like yourself. And he was stationed down in North Carolina, and he deployed in 2009. As a matter of fact, when his deployment was ending, I was landing in Iraq for my deployment. And my poor mother, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were in country at the same time for a little bit. Anyways, so he wanted to bring his car back to Wisconsin. So I fly down there, and I get there at night with the idea of like, all right, I'm gonna get there, we'll get a hotel, we'll leave in the morning. No, homeboy wanted to come home like right away, and I'm just like, bro, like, okay. So this is 2008, 2009. He's like, let's just drive now. Like, and matter of fact, can you drive? I'm really tired. I'm like, dude, I just got done flying all day. Like, fine, right? So we start heading back, and I'm like, oh, that's right, you got OnStar. I don't even know if you ever even heard OnStar. Yeah. So, you got that. It's supposed to give you directions and all that stuff, right? He's like, oh yeah, it should work. Click. Your OnStar subscription is blah blah blah. Like it was not working. So I'm like, dude, it's the middle of the night. We're leaving North Carolina to drive back to Wisconsin. Like, I guess I'll just head northwest, excuse me. Dude, we start headed. Dude, I hit a freaking dead deer in the middle of the road. Car almost flipped. Fog rolled in through the Smoky Mountains. You couldn't see 2 feet ahead of you. We're so lost. I remember pulling up to a gas station in Tennessee. This brings us back full circle to Tennessee. And, dude, it was like out of a movie. We pull up, and it's hookers and pimps and just people it was like 3-6 Mafia was over in the corner over here. And like, it was crazy.
What part of Tennessee?
Man, I don't even remember. Probably like southeast Tennessee. However, when you're coming up
from Georgia,
from North Carolina. This is with my little brother. And we go in, and I'm like, I probably should have just bought a map, right? But I'm like, I'm just ask this dude, hey, man, which direction to get to Wisconsin? Go up to the dude's country as all get up. I'm like, hey, sir, how you doing? I'm headed to Wisconsin. You think you can
We don't
help me
like
out?
your kind around here, right? Like something like that.
No. Basically, dude, he looks me dead in the eye, and he says, I ain't never heard no Wisconsin. Me and my little brother look at each other like, dude, let's just get out of here, dude. We'll figure it out, dude. Like, we figured it out. But I'm like, bro, I've never heard of Wisconsin. Like, who says that, dude? Like, man, Tennessee. But it was a beautiful place. It's a nice place. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to move there. And matter of fact, I got a buddy in Dallas, Texas, who's like, I want to move to Tennessee within the next year. I'm like, all right, cool.
Hey, I get that all the time with New Mexico. People think that I'm from Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, they hear I'm from New Mexico, and they're like, yeah. So what's it like, being in the States? And I'm like,
yeah.
Hey, buddy.
What's it like? You illegal?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, funny,
yeah. People for some reason still don't understand that New Mexico is, in fact, a part of the States,
and very much a part of the state, like 100%. All right. Well, let's start with CrossFit a little bit. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Start with my workout that I did today. I love being outside. If I could like live outside and wasn't called homeless, I would do it. Like the sun, even if it's cold, I just love to be outside. So today, mid-50s, breezy, beautiful day. Could go to the gym, but I'm like, no. We need to go outside. Took my dumbbell, my 50-pound dumbbell, right down the road. It's this beautiful nature center. And it's got like this playground parking lot, open area, and then right into the woods and a trail that curves and goes all the way up. I would say it's at least a quarter mile up. Anyways, I'm like, all right, what are we going to do? Simple. And this is what's so beautiful about CrossFit is, one, you can do it outside. You can do it anywhere. You can do a lot of things outside, but like it's not as fun as doing CrossFit. And it doesn't have to be complicated at all. 5 rounds, 30 alternating dumbbell snatch, turn around and run, quote unquote, up the hill. 50 pounds, 50-pound dumbbell. And then, so 30, and then turn around, run up through this path, which was a little bit scary in the sense that the leaves are all falling on the ground. And, trails, man, it ain't just flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's rocks and there's divots and there's holes. And so I'm like staring at the ground as I'm running the first time just to make sure I'm not like, so I run all the way up, all the way back down 5 times, 22 minutes or something like that. It was you normally work out just once a day. If we rematch, I need to get on your level, but I only go to one class 5 times a week. Slater, I'm being honest with you, man. I was just talking about it somewhere. I did way back, man. It might have been you and me, Dylan. I signed up for self-made training program back when it first started 3.5 years ago. Taylor had reached out, told me, I'm taking a pivot from my athletic games venture to program for other people. And so I signed up for that. And up until I would say maybe 6 months ago, I was doing the competitive track and just about all of it. Not every day. Some days you can only do so much. Some days but most days I got it all in, and I got really, really fit. But man, life happens and you get busy, and it was like, you know what? Let's take a step back. So I would say for the last, like I said, 5 or 6 months, maybe a little bit less, I do same as you, man. I do one workout a day, whether it's at the gym or something like that. And I just leave it at that and spend the rest of the day doing whatever I got to do. And then make sure that I get my stretching in and my yoga and my foam rolling and stuff like that. I'm 40 years old now, just to stay loose. But yeah, man, some days it'll be just strength. Some days it'll be just the Metcon. And then banded stuff like the crossover symmetry type stuff, just to stay loose. But yeah, that's it. I'm not really going that hard. Who knows? Maybe in a year or so, maybe in a half year. I don't know. Maybe next month I'll be like, let's get back on the train. But right now it's time to just chill a little bit. So yeah, I'm just like you, man. What do you say? Yeah, I hear you. I got 2 kids, and it's hard getting more than a class in. And yeah, that's the thing is I'm not sure how old your kids are, but mine are to an age now where they can participate with me, and they can, or I could just do it and they're just chilling. They could stay home. I can go to the gym, but I usually like to get them to participate with me. But if I'm in super fit training mode, and my kids are trying to work out with me, that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be all super competitive and train super hard, and my kids are in the middle of the workout with me. It's like, how hard can I really go? They're trying to talk to me. They're distracting, which is fine. That's what kids do. So that's another factor is when I have my kids, man, I don't want to spend 2 hours away from them 5 days of the week, going super hard at the gym, where I could still get a good workout. If they want, they can jump in with me, and we can just have a good time. So I'll tell you what, dude, Slater, you are very fit for, once a week, 2 kids. I think you're a firefighter, you're pretty gosh darn fit. So,
hey, did you guys go
doing what you're doing.
A couple of months ago?
Yeah, that's what he was referring to.
Was it Glinton? Or what did you?
Well,
did you guys host
and
something
outside
for Sevy's while he was gone or something like that?
No. So Glinton and how it really started was Keeping It Real. Grant had called me out. Him, Jan, and Jake on their Outside the Box show. They have a little podcast they do, which is now a part of Glinton, their network. He called me out thinking he can beat me in a workout. And I found this out after the fact that they devised a workout where it was everything that he was good at. Farmer carries, burpee box jump overs. I think that was it. But movements he excels at. And it was very short. It was 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 burpee box jump overs, and then 50 or 100 feet farmer carry in between. And I beat him, but not by a lot. And he royally screwed up. But anyways, that started a trend that we went for a while. I think I went, 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and Slater was one of them. And I think we didn't do that. Did we do that same workout, Slater? I don't remember. We did a very similar workout. I remember it hurting like all hell. And yeah, that's where I met him for the first time. He's a fit guy, man. Especially, once a day, full-time job, hard job, to maintain the fitness he has it's impressive for sure. And I don't know what happened on the show. Like, it was doing really well. I think the last episode we saw was Caitlin from Inside the Box Office and Claire Bays, who does like announcing and stuff, floor announcing, and she's on like WAD Prep. They went head to head, and it was epic. And I don't know. I think the boys have just been busy, but we're hoping to bring that back. What do you say? Yeah, it was a 12-minute AMRAP, I think. Yep, of ascending rep burpee, and yeah. So Grant and I went 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then the next week was Slater, and we went 12-minute AMRAP, which was, so to put it in perspective, the version Grant and I did took us 6.5 minutes, and the version that we did was 12 minutes. So it was, that was a disaster. Hey, look at that! Wow,
A little shout out from the
man, the mothership, the legend. Like and subscribe. Thank you, sir.
A little shout out.
Welcome to Rear Naked Takes. We were just talking about there's one
nonsense. We were talking about nothingness. Nobody cares, Jeremy.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about your jacked
at least
body.
2 people care, man. We were talking about how there's one full black guy between me and Slater, and then half Mexican, and there's way more minorities here than there are white guys. This is crazy. This is nuts. Anyways, yeah, I've been rambling about DEI CrossFit podcast. DEI. Everyone's welcome. 21.5 minutes of me rambling about CrossFit. Why don't we talk about you have a chance to watch it, right? I got to imagine.
Yeah. I mean, this week's been so damn busy. There's a lot of fast forwarding, a lot of trying to painfully get through this card. I'm happy I didn't buy it.
Yeah. You know what? I've been waiting to hear your take, your thoughts, and $80, $50. Okay, you know what I'm saying? What did he say? If you're going to give Volvo the win, we'll talk about that. That's yeah, but $50, $60, okay, but man, when you spend $80, when you spend $80 damn dollars to watch a UFC, and even no, I won't even say that, but you want to be a little bit more entertained. You want to see a little bit more, and you definitely don't want to main event to transpire like that. That was, the event ended. And I just kind of sat on my couch like,
So it's the 7 podcast is saying right now, like, if you're going to give Volkov the win, then you need to give Batista the win, because Umar didn't do shit. Which, man, they were both.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Those are great points, though. Those are great points. I was very pleasantly surprised with Volvo getting the win.
No, Volkov.
Volkov. I was very surprised with him getting the win at first, but then when you think about it, like, you can't just lay on somebody for 3 rounds. I mean, like, come on, like what, like Almeida, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, do something. You got heavy hands. Do something.
Little home cooking, maybe.
Yeah.
5 rounds and Batista wins.
And
Umar does shut down later in the rounds. He seems to slow down anyway. And Batista, like we did say this last week, is that Batista tends to get stronger as the rounds go.
Yeah, as it goes. I mean, I don't disagree. Savan podcast, I don't disagree at all. But let's start with this. Let's start with Rakic. Is that how you say it? And Azamat, dude, you were. Should we talk about your
me getting fucking crushed on every single one of these fights?
Picks, damn it, dude. I mean, it's not like you picked like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, it just so happened that how things played out, how things transpired, were very not what I don't think what a lot of people thought. Because I mean, you look at they still have them up here. Yeah, you look at the odds. Well, the odds on that one were even, weren't they? But you look at, I think what we looked at, especially with this one, was strength of schedule. And Rakic has, no matter how good Azamat has been in his short little time here, Rakic, I'm just calling him Alec. Alec his strength of schedule is crazy. He has fought some monsters. What was it, three former champions in a row? Like, man, that is hard, you know? So track record, he's lost a couple times in a row. You got to think this guy's going to come out and just burn the barn down. And I don't think he did anything wrong, but Azamat, the professional, what did you think of that? I didn't see that coming. I think we both agreed in a decision, unanimous decision for Rakic.
Yeah.
Or did we say a knockout? I think it was a decision for this one.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and just because the odds were even, and I think we even mentioned like, hey, like Vegas is looking at this, like they're putting out odds, going like, fuck it. I mean, make it even.
Yeah.
But they're protecting themselves, not going to lose money either way, just because it was such a toss up. And to be honest, I didn't think Azamat was going to come out and do what he did, but man,
that was crazy. Like. It's often, you know what I didn't like? I'll tell you this. I did not like, you saw it a lot with Ronda Rousey. He knocked him out. He won, right? Mm-hmm. And then Alec tries to give him a handshake, and Azamat, still fired up. I get it. But like, he's like, no, like making this big stink about, like just be even John Anik said something about it. Like, hey man, like, be a better sport about it, dude. You don't have to be a dick. You just knocked homeboy out. You just gave him his third or fourth loss in a row. Shake homeboy's hand. But anyways, he's got some power. He's like that silent. They call him a professional.
You equated him to a fucking librarian.
If you look at this guy,
or some shit, or a substitute teacher, I don't remember, but you equated.
I said he looks like a substitute chemistry teacher. Look at this dude. He looks like smart or something. Like he doesn't look like a brawl. I mean, I guess maybe depends on how you look at homeboy, but like he's just like a silent. Even his interviews is like, I must break the other man. Like
homeboy got power. Like he got real power.
Homeboy got real power. Yeah, exactly. So
real power.
He's just quiet, silent, and incredibly deadly. And if you had to ask me, all right, we said that Rakic would win unanimous decision in 3 rounds. If you had to said you get 3 other picks of what would happen, I would not have chose that. I would have never been like, yeah, you know what? In the first round, Azamat is going to, as you call it, starch him. Like I did not see that coming. I kind of like, I think it happened. I gasped. I was like, what? Kenneth, what's up, brother?
What's up, Kenneth?
Welcome to the show, dude.
Thanks for
To
joining.
see you here. Good to see you. Kenneth is like the ultimate supporter, man. He's a wingman. Like you want that guy in your corner. Yeah. I don't even know where he lives, but we're gonna be friends, Kenneth. But yeah, it was one of those where he gets knocked out, and I was like, oh, like what? Like that wasn't supposed to happen. Matter of fact, I think I was texting you all night. You're at the wedding, ignoring me. But
I know I kept getting updates from you, and the wedding's going on. And I'm kind of like trying to look at it, like trying to figure out what's happening. And I'm just like every update I got went, fuck, man, and all I'm thinking about is the fucking useless bets that I placed that paid out nothing.
Man, but yeah, that was very, very shocking. I mean, what's to come for Alec? I don't know. He's too good to not continue fighting in the UFC, but I mean, I think he's got a long road ahead of him of proving himself again. And getting back to, I don't know, he's got to figure something out, man. Getting knocked out in the first round by an up-and-comer, that's not a good look. But for Azamat, do they have his ranking anywhere now? It's got to be. He was in the top 10. He was 10, and Alec was 7. So you got to imagine.
They should have come out with the new rankings on Tuesday, so he's going to be at least 7.
And they're light heavyweight. Let's see if I can light heavyweight UFC rankings. Oh. No phone calls.
Turn your shit on.
Right.
Do not disturb. I know you got a bullshit Android, so you probably don't have that feature, but what?
Piped on you. Piped on you, son of a. All right. So Azamat, they literally just switched places. Alec is now 10. Azamat is now 7.
You got to bring it up on the stage, dog.
What? You ain't seen that?
Yeah, you got the other one pulled up.
Look how professional we are, dude. Look at how professional we are. All right, here it comes. Rankings. All right, confirm. You can see.
Can't see it yet. You didn't pull it up.
Dude.
Here, I'll do
What's
it.
What's wrong with this?
I'll do your job.
Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hold on before we continue. Thank you, Kenneth. Proud Android user here.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Kenneth.
iPhones. Hey, truth be told, I had an iPhone up until the iPhone 4. That was 2010 or 12 or something like that. And then I'm like, these are so gay. Actually, I still have it. I still because they had a lot of music on it. But like,
you got your old nudes on there.
Yeah, my dick pics. But yeah, I got smarter. But so okay, so you see that they switched spots. What's next for Alex? Alec is still in the top 10. We just talked about what might be next for him. But Azamat, what do you see happening for Azamat? There's a lot going on in this division. If you've seen the projected, I don't know, maybe you haven't, but the projected White House card next summer, it's got like Alec Pereira possibly fighting John Jones. If that happens, now you have a vacant light heavyweight belt. We know that Carlos Ulberg, of all the guys in that division right now, I think he deserves, or has earned the light heavyweight fight. But what does that mean for that division? Is like a mess, man. Yuri and Ankalaev is still, he's still a beast. They got him still as a number 1 rank. Jamal Hill fights soon. Khalil, looks like they said he went up. He went up 1 spot, even though he lost. I don't know what do you do with Azamat? Who do you put him against? Is he ready for Yuri? I'm not even going to look at Dominic Reyes and below. Like Dominic Glassjaw Reyes he's kind of.
Let's do Jamal Hill. Washed. Is Jamal Hill booked for anything? I don't know why Jan's still up there so high. I mean, you do Jan and Jamal, but you want to get Azamat somewhat of a bump.
He doesn't have his last fight was Khalil Roundtree, and he's got, as far as I'm seeing, he's got nothing coming up next.
The thing that can happen with this is that Azamat won pretty really fast. Took no damage. I mean, he could jump right back into a fight in December if he wanted to. Jamal hasn't fought in a few months, so I mean, like they can make that happen. Move him up in the rankings a little bit, especially if he's knocking people out like that. I mean, fuck, you want to keep that train rolling. So and that's exciting. And I mean, that division surely it doesn't necessarily need it, but outside of top 5, I mean, we got a lot of like tired old vets that have been there for a while. We've all seen, and let's get some new blood in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Take out Jamal Hill, and it's like you're off to the races. Now all of a sudden you're fighting Khalil. Jan can kick rocks. I hope he retires. But
so you think Azamat maybe 2 more fights if he wins them, title fight?
I mean, it depends on what happens with the division in between then, but
That's what I'm saying. This division is a mess, man. Like it's like everybody in the top 5 outside of Khalil, maybe at this point because he just lost.
I would say he'd need to beat
and
Jamal Hill
Jan,
and Khalil, and then we could talk about Yuri
title
or
fight.
Goldberg.
But it's like everybody deserves a title fight. Like Ankalaev, probably not. They're not going to run that back a third time. Highly doubt that. But Yuri,
you got to do Yuri and
Carlos,
Magomed.
You think they would fight next? Is that word on the street that they're going to fight next, or was that Carlos and Yuri fighting next? At any rate,
it's one of the two. I hope that Carlos I hope that Carlos and Yuri fight for a title eliminator. You know, you could put Ankalaev on ice for a little bit because he just got fucking the shit kicked out of him. So,
and again, they're not going to give him Alex Pereira a third time. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're not. They would. It's just not favorable. It doesn't move the division along. We've seen that twice.
Bro, I have heard this like 5 times. Do I really look that much younger with hair? Like, I thought I looked younger without it. I had like no hair, and I'm like, man, I look so young. And now like 10 people, Kenneth DeLapp. Oh wow, Jeremy with hair looks 10 years younger. I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate that. I guess I'll keep it going. You know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, man. Very, very interesting division, and man, hats off to Azamat. That was a very, if he can learn to be a better sport after he destroys somebody and possibly ends their career in the UFC, that'd be cool. But hey, it is what it is. But homeboy is impressive. On to the next one, man. Okay, so let's reminisce. What did we call in this one? I think both of us had Almeida winning. We had it looking
second round finish,
different.
I believe.
Second round finish. I said that homeboy is going to do what he does to everybody. He's going to python. He's just going to, like, just how a python wraps around its prey. He's going to take him down, which we saw him do. I think Almeida thought it was a football game, dude. Like, he's tackling. It was like a rugby out there. Like, bro.
But he couldn't maintain control. You can
do something after, you know.
Yeah, he couldn't maintain any kind of control.
He maintained some control, but, like, he didn't do anything. Like, it was almost as if the game plan was, this is what we're going to do. Like, his corner's like, tackle him, take him down, and lay on him. That's it. You will win if you do that. It's like, nah, buddy. Like, and the thing is, we talked about it, he's got power. His hands are powerful. He's not like, he's not like some of the flyweights, like these lighter fighters, like where they struggle to create power. They can't knock each other out, whatever. This dude has power. So use it. I can't tell you how many times the announcers, there was a female announcer, by the way. Who was it? Do you know who that was? I was going to look that up. But anyways, is that who that was? Female UFC announcer. Is that what her? Yeah, Laura Sanko. Okay. She was good. I liked her. I enjoyed her. But anyways,
she's great. And she's a former fighter, by the way.
Okay. That makes sense.
She's got like,
because she knew what she was talking about.
Or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. She knew what she was talking about. But
and she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, I believe that. I will let her black belt me all day. But her, John Anik, and DC, they're like, hey man, like there are plenty times like, hey, why isn't he throwing elbows? His corner needs to be telling him to throw elbows. Like something. You got to do something. But I think I called a rear naked choke in the second round. You called some sort of stoppage in the second round. And it almost seemed like, I don't know. It was like I was watching a guy very unsure of what he was doing or wanted to do in a sense. Like it didn't make sense watching that fight. I don't know what you think, but I thought it was really cool that they gave Volkov the win. That you can say, well, he controlled him more and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, from the ground, you got to think the guy spent most of the fight on the ground. He still landed 123 strikes compared to 27. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. So I'm glad they gave it to Volkov. What are you typing, dog?
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up. Hold on, let me see.
Kenneth says that they can always transition to WWE.
I know.
That's the next show we're gonna do. We're gonna review WWE. Can you imagine reviewing a WWE event?
I couldn't find it. I give up.
What were you looking for?
I was looking for. You see, Volkov. He's got his braided hair and shit. There's a fucking meme of Shevchenko and Patty and Volkov all next to each other, and then underneath it, it's like the evolution of a Pokemon. And it's like it starts with Shevchenko as the baby one, and then the middle one is Patty, and then the full grown evolution is Volkov. It's kind of funny, but
that's funny.
I wasn't gonna spend more than a couple minutes looking for it, but
no, let's do it. Let's do a detour real quick. You brought up Patty, dude.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Come on. Oh, hold on. What does this mean? I read it. But
what the fuck does that mean?
Garrett, welcome, Garrett. Good to see you here for real. WWE is the best. Like my kids like it. At least my two younger kids like it. It's fun. It's still entertaining for the most part. But could you imagine us or anybody reviewing a pay-per-view WWE event? I don't think that would be that entertaining. Like maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think? You wanna try that sometime?
WWE? Fuck no. Fuck about WWE.
Could you
this
pretend?
Shit's real, dude.
You could just pretend. Like, oh man, that was crazy. That when you hit him so hard.
I'd have to put on a whole character. I'd come with a Ric Flair fucking wig and
you do the walk. Woo!
Can I get a Ric Flair?
That'd be funny.
I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
I never wanted to.
I'm a jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing.
Yeah. Wheeling dealing. Uriah Faber.
Limousine riding.
I think Uriah Faber is
son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. I hate WWE though.
Dylan's feeling it. Uriah Faber's he's not around fighting, but he's definitely in the crowd all the time. I'm sure he backs fighters and trains people. And I miss that guy, the California kid. That guy was awesome. Kenneth, I watched WWE. Do you now? All right. Channels are huge. The more I think about it, the more like if you can, like Dylan's saying, like if you can suspend reality long enough, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long you review it. Like if you can suspend reality long enough, yeah, you can. We could review anything, but definitely WWE. But I can't suspend reality long enough. Why can't I say reality? Reality. I can't suspend it long enough to be able to like do a whole review on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. Garrett, they threw each other off. Oh. It was a cage match. Who is they? Who threw each other off? So those matches are dope. Like those Hell in the Cell cage matches, no holds barred, where like they're just in the freaking top of the arena and fighting each other and throwing each other off the jumbotron.
What was the one back in the day with the fucking? They put a cage around the
dude Undertaker when he threw Mankind. Yeah, he threw Mankind off the top of that cage. And the crazy thing about that is that was total improv. If you watch like behind the scenes on it, freaking Mankind, Mick Foley told him, "Hey, throw me off the top of the cage." And Undertaker's like, "Are you sure, bro? Like, I know you're crazy, but like, yeah, athletics so propagated. Yeah. But like, he's like, no, do it." And then he throws him. And still to this day, every time I watch that, I'm just like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 15 feet, 20 feet, straight through.
No, it's not 20. It's probably like
15, bro. From the bottom of from the desk up to the top of that cage, that's 15 feet. How tall is that, Garrett? You're a tall person. You're 15 feet. But
Garrett can dunk on that shit.
Yeah, of course. I would dunk on Garrett though. Trust me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're a little bit darker complected. Now I know you share some genealogy.
I'm blacker. clearly. But but just throwing someone off a cage like that. And then the match continues. So there's thumbtacks in the ring, and he choke slams him through, and then he's like slamming him. I'm like, man, that stuff is I could review that, but I don't know.
We got to do this.
Maybe we'll try and
fucking kill Jeremy. You got to dunk on him there, Garrett. We'll set it up.
Let's go. I'm coming to Ithaca, New York, or wherever the hell you live, and Colleen's gonna film me dunking on you, while Lil G's like, "Yeah, Jeremy, you're cool." Yeah. Anyways, Patty the Batty. The rumors on the street, and we had been chatting about it. I mean, what's funny is we just talked about it before the rumors even swirled. Yeah. We were talking about, like, we were looking at the rankings, and we're like, all right, who's next, and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna pull up, maybe I'll pull him up, but who's Patty gonna fight, and who's this gonna fight, and who's that guy? You know, and we both agreed. Like, I said, if you want entertainment value, Patty would be the guy, because he's gonna pull all the UK people over, and not that they don't watch, but they're gonna show up, and people in America like him too. But, like, does he deserve that? No. I hope to God that that's just a rumor, and that does not happen, because there are other men in that division who far and away deserve or have earned a shot at that title. And if they give it to, if they actually give it to Patty, and those rumors are true, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Look, and the distinguishing factor here is that we have a new title holder, completely from a different division. Give it to the guys who have touched gold, or have fought for gold at least in the past, to put them through that strainer. You know what I mean? Rather, you got a new title holder. I mean, why put the fucking Patty in there? I just don't understand. And I get through the views and stuff, and I think what I've heard is that they're trying to make the first Paramount card like really stacked, and they're going to need that viewership like crazy, and Patty brings it, no doubt about it. But I think Gaethje brings it. You know what I mean? And those are your true fans. Don't answer to just the casuals, right?
And I mean, Gaethje.
Hold on, what's this mean? What does Kenneth mean?
If slip.
It's I don't know. I think it might be a typo, but
nip slip or something weird like that. I don't know. What were we?
I'm always down for a nip slip, but
I got you, dog. Ready? Yours is way sexier. It's Gaethje has he's shown time and time again. This is how I look at it. You got a guy in Ilya who's a boxer. He and his hands are just fantastic.
No, he can wrestle Gaethje, with the best of them too.
And he can wrestle. That's why he's the champ. He's just so good. You got Gaethje, who also has hands. Is he a boxer? Whatever. But, like, he's got hands. Then you got Patty, who's like, he's got hands. He can wrestle.
Dog.
But
easy.
He's not Gaethje. He's not Gaethje.
Easy.
He's not. I'm just saying, like, he has those things, but does he have them on the level that Gaethje has them? I don't think so. Matter of fact, I know he doesn't. So, if you want to draw in the most viewers, you go Patty. If you want to draw in the best, or if you want to put on or show the best fight, you go Gaethje. That's how I look at it. And you want to go with the most deserved fighter, or the guy who's earned it the most, you go with me. No, you go with Gaethje. Like, that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, little disappointing if that's true. So, anyways, that was our little sidebar. Let's get back to we talked about this. I guess what we did with the last one is, like, going forward. Almeida, I don't know what you do with that guy. Dana White's got to be like, hey, dude, freaking learn to punch or do something, show some activity on the ground.
Tell him to go to the PFL. That's what you do.
Or that's the alternative. Either develop some sort of, like, I got you down, I can do that whenever I want. Now I can actually do something when I got you down, develop that, or get out, because the last thing anybody wants to see, it may be in a prelim, but in a pay-per-view or in the main event, or excuse me, the main card, you don't want to see like a rugby match where a guy just takes the guy down and like moves and circle, but doesn't do anything. Like, come on, like you take him down all you want. That's fine. Like, for example, when we just watched Sandhagen and Marab, like, did it get old after a while seeing a guy take somebody down like it was his little brother? Like,
well, we had an
but he
almost damn near TKO in it. So like it was
exactly. That's what I mean. Like you had a almost TKO, and then when he did take the guy down, he didn't just lay on him. He did stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he won the fight. But yeah, Almeida's got to develop something, man. Like who are you
talking about here, Garrett? Who are you talking about has good hands? Is that a question if Patty has good hands or because let me tell you,
Garrett,
he doesn't.
He does, but does he have bad hands? You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't. No, he doesn't have.
He can kickbox. He can kickbox.
He can kickbox,
dude. But we're talking like dude, Taylor's fit as fuck and he can squat, but he can't squat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. It's Patty's. He's not horrible. He's clearly beat people, although old, washed up, 10-fight losing streak kind of guys. But he's good. But Justin has beat people, and when he's been beaten, he's shown like he belonged in there. It wasn't just like a fluke, So yeah, I just, man, I hope that there's always rumors. I just hope that doesn't happen.
And by the way, when he got knocked out in the last round against oh, thank you, baby.
Little one, what's up, little girl? When he got against Holloway.
Yeah, when he got knocked out, look, that was
1 second,
but it was 4-1. But the box scores, the judging scoring on each round, that doesn't like show the entirety of the fight. Doesn't show the in depth. Like it was still, even though it was a 4-1 kind of like overall, like Max ran away with it. He didn't run away with any single round, other than the last one where he didn't run away with that. Like he just dominated a lot more, and then ended up with a knockout. But like other than that, they were decently close rounds, but it was just 10-9 max, 10-9 max, 10-9 max.
Exactly. And here's the thing: has Patty fought anybody?
No.
Even close to Max Holloway?
No.
Max Holloway he put him to sleep round 1. And if you put Patty in against Ilya, I think first Ilya is going to be offended. He's going to laugh, and then it's going to be 35 seconds. You want your main event to be that fast, just to bring in viewers? Oh man, I lost him. Dylan, come back. So, anyways, I just hope to God that is just a rumor. And here, let's pull it up. White House, UFC. That's going to be crazy. Are they going to do it in the ballroom? UFC fight card. Trump better have that ballroom ready. Way too early, UFC. Fight card. Let's see. Dana White. Jim Miller? Edson, what is this? These guys are still alive? What? Stop it. Jorge Masvidal, they're not even like in the UFC anymore. That would be cool. Izzy and Sean Strickland would be cool. Are you back so I can show you this hilarity?
Ooh. Sorry, buddy. I'm like
check it out.
I'm like a kid on a road trip. You know what I'm saying? Like where you're like, did you pee? You know what I mean? And, dude, I'm pounding water all day at work, and then fucking we go into this thing, and I'm like, I don't have to pee. I try to pee before, get a little trickle out or something, and then it's like, fuck. As soon as we get going, it's granted we're almost an hour.
Of course, but, yeah. Don't worry, I kept them entertained. But maybe we come up with some commercials. Hey, sponsors, come on in. Anybody, you want to sponsor us? Come on. But check it out. I went in. You're gonna laugh in a second. I'm finishing up the Patty talk, and then I'm like, what about the UFC card, the White House UFC card? I said Trump better get that ballroom ready. So I pulled up the way too early UFC card. Check this out. Obviously, this is just whatever. They're just effing around. I don't know how much of this is substantiated or even close to possible, because last I checked, both these dudes aren't even in the UFC anymore. Like, and
Jim Miller
now is Jim Miller side?
Yeah,
I thought maybe he was.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're both in. Yeah,
no way, man. I haven't seen either of them. Jim Miller, I feel like has fought a lot more recent than Edson.
Jim Miller fought on UFC 300, and I think he fought after that as well.
That was 21 UFCs ago. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Yeah, but he's 80. So, like, I mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Edson was my boy back in the day because he's at Muay Thai. I told you, I like Muay Thai is my style. It's just violent, you know. Every strike is like we're trying to destroy the guy. But that would be a good fight. I think I would give Edson the edge a little bit.
Oh, I got Jim fucking Miller, baby.
Well, because you're racist, obviously. Yeah. This one would be entertaining. Granted that I feel like Wonder Boy just kind of he started losing and then forgot how to win. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't want to be like that against a guy like Jorge. Like, he's not the best fighter.
What do you mean forgot how to win? He's like 42.
Yeah, he got old, and
yeah, he didn't forget how to win. He just like
what's his nuts? Randy Couture was like 82, and he kept winning. I
think he won the title. I think he won the title when he was 40.
He was 40,
but it was a different UFC. It was a different
UFC. Yeah, it was. It was a lot different.
And he boxed for the Army. Like he had enough, and he being a big fuck. Like, I mean, that's.
I love that guy.
Look, just respect. Like, really, it was he's a legend, you know. But yeah, just different time, different everything.
But you wouldn't say it to his face. I'm kidding. But no, I think this
still fucked me up.
I think this would be a cool fight. I don't know the shape either of these guys are in, though. That's the problem. Like, how do you both have entered their 40s? So yeah, you're right.
Oh, no, I'm not like concerned about Wonder Boy's shape. I'd be concerned about Masvidal because I don't know how much he's been training. He's been in the promoting life and the promotion. You know, he's got his own promotion, Game Bread, which I haven't seen a lot from lately. I don't know how well that's going or not, but
you know what? I just saw actually the other day. It came across my feed somewhere. Obviously, Anthony Pettis. We live in the same.
Yeah, you guys are neighbors.
Basically, and I met him a bunch of times. Matter of fact, he opened up a barber shop, and he would be there all the time. I would go there to get my haircuts, and then the guy that I opened a CrossFit gym with, he runs a personal training and massage therapy out of the gym that we had, the CrossFit gym. And Anthony Pettis was one of his clients, and so I'd be in the middle of a workout, Pettis would be walking in, and I would stop and go chat with him. And same with Ben Askren, both of those guys. But and Sergio would come too. But he has the Anthony Pettis Fighting League. Apparently, I didn't know that, and I saw the card, and it was like there may have been only Mexican guys on it. Like, it was like every dude was just Mexico.
By the way, opening up a barbershop is the most unifying thing that brown people and black people can do. It's like
100%.
You can guarantee you'll always find a brown barbershop or a black barbershop, you know, and either way you go, you're not making a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Totally. 100%.
Bicky backy dogs. It's not Darius.
That's not English. I don't speak Russian.
No, it's not Darius. Bicky back.
Oh, okay.
Dude, just listen to her, man. Jeez, Dill. This would be a cool fight. Izzy and Sean, or a good rematch, I should say. Again, I think, I don't know. I was going to speak to the shape of these guys. I feel like Strickland's kind of the guy who would always kind of be in shape, you know, like he would he's like you would take a fight on 3 days notice, you know, like, whereas Izzy, I feel like he needs more of a training camp, although he is so talented that maybe not, you know, but I think that would be a hella entertaining fight as a rematch. Wow. Miesha Tate, Holly Holm too. That would be crazy. I know that Holly Holm is still at it. She's in some other league right now, but I don't know what Miesha's up to these days. Probably having babies, but that'd be entertaining. Holly's got to be pushing mid-40s.
Yeah, I think is she 45 5 now.
That's she's got to be pretty damn old. But Sean O'Malley, Henry Cejudo would.
Jesus Christ, Jeremy. Fuck, man.
What?
Are you gonna butcher every single name, especially
Henry Cejudo?
My people.
So
you always butcher my people's names.
My people. Shut up, you freaking Mexican.
I'm a half a beaner. Henry Cejudo. Put some respect on his name. 2008 Olympic champion.
I love watching that guy fight.
I had his shoes. He came out with a line of Adidas wrestling shoes. Really I had those shoes when I wrestled in high school.
That sounds so gay.
I mean,
that's why you got him, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? O'Malley and Henry.
I don't like it.
There's a height difference, man.
Yeah.
There's got to be like 5 to 6, maybe 7 inches of height difference between that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's like it's fucking tantamount to Patty and Ilya. Like, it's like, what are we doing? Why are we fighting fucking some higher ranked guy versus the champ, you know? It just doesn't. I don't like it.
Know if I like that.
Look, Henry's out. He's retired. He came back and then got his eye fucking ripped out and took for a year to recover. And I just it surpasses you at some point, and you just got to accept it, you know. And you definitely don't want to come back against O'Malley, especially O'Malley losing 2 title fights back to back. I mean, dude,
O'Malley's still in his prime. He's looking to make that comeback. He wants the belt again. But
you also get the rub. You also get the rub for fighting for the title. So like it like evolves you as a fighter. I think when you fight for I think Artie Lang's, or not Artie Lang. Fucking
just making up names right now.
Yeah.
We're just saying people's names.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I mean, any sport out there, we've all seen it, and especially in the UFC. And we talked about it a couple of episodes ago, where Dana's had to retire fighters because, like Chuck Liddell, champ, killing people. Then he gets knocked out, and it's like he was done, and he just kept trying to fight. And you know, football players do it, basketball. It's just like, hey man, we appreciate what you gave us. We know it's hard to turn it off. It's hard for the average person to turn off whatever, you know, softball aspirations that they had, you know, let alone being a world-class fighter and fighting for thousands of dollars in front of all these people. But yeah, at some point you got to be like, you know what? I've done what I needed to do. It's time to move on.
Right.
Speaking of moving on, this right here, this should be the fight. Max Holloway and Patty.
Yes.
Again, I think it's going to be 30 seconds where Max Holloway is, unless Patty can avoid him. Oh, we're going to get to that in a minute because but if he can avoid him, fight at a distance, maybe he lasts more than a round, maybe. But like Max, he's the baddest motherfucker for a reason. Like, you don't get that belt by just being an average Patty, maybe not average for Patty, but like a skilled fighter, but a careful fighter. Like Max, he goes at it with everybody. I don't think
Patty's careful. I think he's fucking stupid. But
I'm saying that's the only shot he has. Be careful, or that fight will be 35 seconds, and you will be on the ground.
No, I disagree. I don't think Max can knock him out like that. He can't put him away like that. Patty's a big fuck, dude. For the 155-pound division, he's a big fuck. Yeah. And Holloway is a 45er that's moved up to 55 and you know, cozied up there well, but he doesn't have the power, but he certainly has the volume to drown him. And I guarantee you it would be really difficult for Patty to get a hold of him, because I've seen Max go with the likes of Volkanovski, who's no punk on the ground. He can wrestle like a motherfucker. I think he has a much better defensive grappling game and ground game entirely than Patty would ever think to. He thinks he could get a hold of him and it'd be over, but I don't think he could ever get a hold of him. But even if he did, it would be, I think, Holloway would pop back up right away, even if he did get him down.
Patty is big, and Max has knocked out one guy in the last 5 years. True. Very true. Followed up with Patty will dwarf Ilya too. True. Both very true statements. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Like Max is you probably more accurate with saying he would drown Patty. He'd outclass him. He'd outfight. He'd outstrike him. He'd out jiu-jitsu him on the ground. He would do all those things.
Look, Patty will dwarf Ilya, yes, but so did fucking Charlie Olives, who's a way better striker, a way better grappler, all around. Fucking held the title multiple times, fought for the title multiple times, and he got fucking wrecked. He ran into a freight train of shit from Spain. And that ended his reign as the fucking title holder. So I don't know what dwarfing him would have to do with anything. I mean, it certainly
maybe I think what he's probably getting at is
oats just fine in the 55 division. And in fact,
I think maybe what Seven's getting at is maybe Max doesn't have the power to knock out Patty. Maybe Patty is too big for even Ilya to knock out, but I can see the first argument 100%. I don't think Max has. I think it could happen,
and he's not.
I think it could happen,
artist.
but
He's
he
never
doesn't.
Been a knockout.
True.
Artist, even
I think he could do it. It's a long shot, but I think Ilya has the power to knock out anybody that weighs 170 pounds and below, and maybe even 185 pounds if he connected. Like Ilya's power.
Not
is
185.
thick.
No way.
I'm stretching. Obviously, I'm stretching, but like anyone 170 and below, Ilya has the power to knock you out.
Glass jaw Charlie is the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know.
You take that back right now. You're absolutely
there are some glass jaws.
There are some glass jaws, and
we're
crazy.
He and I were like texting after the Reyes fight or before the Reyes fight. I don't remember if we were making predictions, and that's a glass jaw. Reyes he's a glass jaw. That guy is just the air blows and he's like, oh my God, like unfortunately, because I like the guy, but unfortunately he's done. But I don't know if Charlie. I think Charlie fights at you could say recklessly at times, and he'll get clipped early, but then he typically goes on to what do you say?
Hey,
he gets Bambied in the first. Hold on, we got to read it first. He gets Bambied in the first round on the reg. That's what I mean, Savon. Like
it doesn't matter. You can get wobbled by shit. It doesn't mean you have a glass jaw.
That's my point. Is like
I think it proves the opposite. It means that you don't have a glass jaw because you were able to take a hit, get rocked pretty substantially, and then knock the fuck out of somebody in the second round. Right.
And I think that's Oliveira. He just has that ability. He's a little reckless. He's a little crazy sometimes. And I don't want to say careless, but he's reckless.
Oh my
God.
Get clips. Is this
he gets clipped early,
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Back.
Hold on. I gotta unfuck Sevon right now. Are you fucking kidding me, Sevon? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh no. Stop calling me right now.
He just went out fucking like Bigfoot and fucking smashed the Russian, dude. Are you kidding me? No, absolutely.
I'd have to.
You're out of your mind.
Hop on, Sevon, so you can give us your argument because I want to hear. Reyes, yes. Rockhold, definitely. Oliveira, I don't agree that he has got a glass jaw. Just reckless. But I want to hear. I would have to hear how Alex P is almost there because I think I don't think he's on. I could literally name 10 guys throughout every weight class that I think are closer to having a glass jaw than Alex Pereira at this point of their career. I'm open to being wrong, but
Alex got no chin. Dude, Alex was compromised at 185 because of the weight cut was so severe, and it did compromise his performance overall. Yeah. But still maintained, was a title holder multiple times, beat Izzy. Yeah. I mean, and then on top of that, moving up, he's looked way more healthy. He's filled out his actual form a lot better. And not to mention, when he first fought Ankalaev, he had like a fucking he had like AIDS and like COVID and like fucking, you know what I mean? Herpes gonorrhea.
AIDS will get you, man.
And a broken leg and like all kinds of shit. And he still took that to decision. And it's like, if you're going to say he's got a glass jaw, then it doesn't mean that anybody, that means anybody can knock him out. Nobody with power. Like, it doesn't have to be a knockout artist to knock him out. That's a glass jaw syndrome. That just means you get touched and you go to sleep. That motherfucker ain't going to sleep, and he ain't quitting. And I guarantee if he goes up to heavyweight, it's going to get even stronger. So no, absolutely not.
Yeah, for sure. Garrett, I don't think you know what catch these hands means to a lesbian. I have no idea. Now my curiosity, my brain is like, need to find this out. Please. Tell me what that means, what catching these hands. I know what sushi means to lesbian now, but I don't know that.
Alex shit. They said they were having sushi for dinner the last time. I just now put that together.
Now Dylan knows. Yes.
Oh my God, dude.
I love
it.
I
think someone else commented, I think it was Judy that even said sushi's the best or whatever, but I don't think she got it. But
Alex does always have a broken toe. I mean, geez Louise, dude. It's like he like has to have a broken toe to fight. Like he doesn't know how to fight without one. His powers. These hands be magic.
Okay. I don't want to find out.
I want to know what that means, you know. His power is commensurate to his glass jaw. Sevan, put the bottle down. Put the bottle down.
Too many spicy margaritas.
Did you dip into that? Did you dip into that dank ass pot that you have in your drawer, bro? Spinning that. Oh, it's making sense now. Alrighty. That's enhanced me. Okay. Oh. Wow, look at us. We're learning, dude. We got sushi. We got the turn. Thank you, Kenneth. This is great, dude. I feel so educated. This afternoon. Oh, I love it. All right, moving along in this fake card that will probably not happen. Oh. How about this one? Is this still up? Yeah. How about Khamzat? Speaking of just
let's do the fight everybody wants. Khamzat versus Nate Diaz. Fuck it. Bring it back. It was supposed to happen a while ago. Do it for the White House card.
Yeah.
And throw it to let Nate Diaz win.
I actually saw a version of this where it had Nate Diaz and Conor again. No. Damn, what was it? It was Nate Diaz.
You could do that. You could do Conor Nate Diaz. That's about the only fight I would entertain against Conor other than Chandler.
That'd be their third time. That's not unreasonable.
Need the trilogy.
But I don't. It was maybe that was it. But it was like Nate Diaz and someone. I was like, dude, I'd watch Nate Diaz fight anywhere, anytime. I'm not the biggest fan of like the thug acting dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's not.
Like acting. I think he. Boom! You just said it. Like he is that. That is him.
Yeah.
If anyone pays attention to his out of the cage life, like he's just like a thug. You know that's Nate Diaz. So I can respect that. The people that pretend, get out of my face. But this fight here,
Sevy's right here. Fluffy versus Khamzat would be the move for the White House card. It's a little ways away out to put Fluffy on ice for that long.
Fluffy?
Fluffy Hernandez. He was supposed to fight instead of Fuckface. But yeah, this was made before DeRitter got his shit kicked in. So it would be Fluffy versus Khamzat, not DeRitter.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking this whole time I'm reading this, I'm like, Ritter just won, didn't he? But he didn't. He did not. He most definitely didn't. So yeah, for sure. Fluffy Khamzat. Kenneth Strickland going to the White House. Would he not go to the White House? I feel like Strickland.
He's a huge draw. I would think that they would probably do that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just talking alone is going to draw eyes. Like that guy, he talks with the best of them. That was prelims.
Fluffy's overrated. How about that, Sevy? Wear that shit.
Ooh.
Overrated.
Careful, he's older. You're going to give him a heart attack. Carlos Ulberg and Alex Pajea. Well, first of all, this card is weird because the main card that I saw, or at least I saw probably 2 or 3 before this one. This one's completely new to me. It had Pereira going up, Pohatan going up to heavyweight and fighting John Jones at the White House. Not that this right here wouldn't be a good fight. I would watch it. I think it would be a great fight. But I mean, come on, John Jones and Alex Pereira at the White House. That would be, oh my God, that I would put that before the fight, just like a up to the fight. I would put that in top 5 fights in
Sevi
UFC,
is a fucking gold star troll, dude.
Is that what he's doing? Oh my God.
You're out of your fucking mind, dude.
Dude, you know what it is? It's Ari. Ari's on the computer.
Yeah, Ari's just talking shit.
He's in the studio right now just talking shit. But if he touches Alex Chin, Carlos is overrated. But if he touches Alex Chin, good night.
God damn it.
I don't think those go together because he's that good.
I
that
won't
he
say
can
he's
knock out
wrong
the
on the
guy.
power from Carlos Holberg on that.
No, he's
I don't
very
think
right.
It has anything to do with the glass jaw. I just think like you
Carlos
but you also get touched by Alex. Shit happens too. So.
Right. Carlos might have he's could argue he's got the heaviest hands outside of Poatan in the heavyweight division. You can make that argument. That guy hits hard. And when we reviewed him and Reyes, however you say his stupid name, but when we review that, it wasn't just how hard he hit, it was how good he is at moving. Remember that?
Yeah, he had some crazy like fucking welterweight footwork.
It was I'm like, dude, this guy is dangerous. But I don't think that would be the fight that you'd want to have at the White House. This should happen. If it happens, should happen springtime. You know what I'm saying? Like March, April of next year, that would be the fight. Whereas if you're going to talk about a White House card, when would the
you do it in January,
like 4th of July or something?
Do it in January.
No, his toe's too messed up.
He'll be fine by then.
Give him some Biomax peptides. Hey, Sarah, you want to sponsor us?
Finally, the first thing I fucking agree with Sevan. Jesus Christ.
What'd you say this time?
When Jack beats Islam.
Yeah.
Islam goes back to 55.
Should we go down? Let's go down that rabbit hole real quick.
He will not go back to 55.
I think he will. I think he'll realize, whoops, I think I'm out of my weight here. Yeah. I mean, I agree with all 3 of those things. Honestly, I definitely didn't agree with like the Carlos.
I can't get no goddamn respect in this house.
Jack will outclass Islam, and that's no dig against Islam, but Jack is he is incredibly unique and gifted and hard to deal with. You can see what's his nuts. Why is my brain not working right now? But his last, when he won the title, Bilal, you could see Bilal just didn't know what to do. Like Jack just makes you look like clueless. He will beat Islam. Islam will go back down, and then he and Ilya will have a war, or as Savan calls him, Lilia.
I know.
He will. Why don't you yell at him for saying the name wrong? You pussy.
He's foreign. He's foreign. It doesn't.
How do you know I'm not? No. They'll have a war. That'll be awesome. Speaking of war, I don't know why they're calling it Kayla versus Nunez 2. They have not fought. Oh, okay. So they're predicting that expected later this year. So they're predicting they'll fight this year. I don't think they're scheduled.
They were training partners at American Top Team, and the word on the street is that Kayla Harrison used to fucking work Amanda Nunes.
Dude,
why isn't your brain working?
I know why. I know why your brain isn't working. Well, I don't know. You tell me, Garrett. Why isn't my brain working? I think I know. Yeah, she knows. We're gonna talk about it next week. I think I'm going on gluten and. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it though. But if you watch Kayla fight, I mean, like Amanda Nunes is just otherworldly, man. She brought a lot of legitimacy to the female fighting game, like a lot. I'm still convinced she doesn't have a wiener though, so maybe she's a dude. But either way, she brought a lot of legitimacy to the female fighting game. But Kayla Harrison is a savage. on levels that I wasn't. I don't want to say I wasn't expecting, because I've seen her fight. She's dominant, but man, she's good. Like, that fight is going to be wild whenever it happens, which I hope it's soon, because that's gonna be a good time. Because again, if they do fight January, February, then they can recover, come back for a White House card and run it back, depending on what happens. But that's going to be awesome. That is going to be sick. Anyways, would that be the main event? Oh, there it is. Conor, Nate Diaz 3. What a war that would be. Or not. Or maybe Conor just completely sucks ass now, and Nate Diaz is kind of one of them dudes that's always down to brawl. There it is. Islam and Makhachev.
As a welterweight championship, they're already assuming that Islam walks through
Jack,
JDM.
That's a big assumption. That's a big assumption. It's not possible.
Kenneth.
Islam's a beast, but I
did see his repentance there live at a press conference.
Read it.
Kenneth the Lap, Conor has the power of Christ now. If y'all didn't see, Conor did the press conference. They were asking him some questions as to how something along the lines of like, how do you know he's got so many irons in the fire? Is he going to be preparing for a fight? And behavioral issue, whatever, all of his scrutiny that he's gone through, running for freaking president, all that shit. It had something to do with all that. And then he just said, I got God on my side. He said he gave himself up to Christ, and if he did, good on him. I hope it sticks.
Yeah.
I don't buy it for one fucking second, but
no. When you hear some of those guys, there's a lot of athletes who could say that, and I believe them. But then there's Conor McGregor, and it's just like, a couple months ago, he's posting pictures of his hog, his crooked, weird shaped thing he's got going on down there. Does that mean he can't a couple months later, like?
No, of course not.
To Christ?
No, in fact, that kind of actually more reinforces it. It's like he peaked in his psychosis and realized he needed some fucking help.
Yeah.
And maybe instead of turning to therapy, turn to Christ, which I'm all for.
Yeah, if he did,
PTL, baby, praise the Lord.
If he did, good on him. But it's just a guy like that. It's for me, I got to see the next year of his life to believe that. And I'm not saying he's got to go and become a missionary and go to freaking Southeast Asia and some remote island and try to save people, but like, do your actions now that you claim this show that, or are you just saying it because it could bring you more eyeballs?
No, but both could be true. You could be a fuck up and still reach your salvation. It's just a matter of like look, salvation doesn't mean automatic behavioral changes or like you're healed from fucking being a lunatic. You got some work to do.
We talked about it last week. I talked about how for non-believers or non-religious folks or whatever, they look at people that like you and I, that we're Christians, and they're like, oh, they got it all together. They got it figured out. They don't have any problems. They don't question their faith.
It's the opposite.
It's literally the opposite.
It's just the only thing is Conor's so public. We're going to see every fucking mix up he has, every trip he has, every every little thing.
It all. Whereas, people aren't following you or I around with a camera to see all the times that we screw up. You know what I'm saying? But like, what is she saying? What did she just say?
I haven't seen your tiger, baby.
Aw. What'd you do with their tiger, Daddy?
Yeah,
but it's at the end of the day, it's just a recognition that just because we have like figured out, all it is just a recognition that we don't have it figured out. The only thing we do have figured out is that Jesus Christ had it figured out. And like, hey man, let me try to model that. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck up. He's gonna continue to fuck up. It doesn't mean anything. I hope it's true. Anyway, what's next?
I do hope it's true. I think that's it. So
cool.
The main,
let's actually review the fucking fight card, huh? That trash ass fight card.
Oh yeah, we were getting there, and then I sidetracked us. Okay, so we talked about that one. Let's talk about Jesus Christ. Let's talk about speaking of Jesus Christ, my computer not working. All right. We had a unanimous decision. Mr. Umar, Mr. Maybe I gave too much credit to, who was a ridiculous.
You said he was going to knock him out, and I said there's no way he can knock out Batista, right?
I told you, I just said, like, I gave him maybe too much credit just because if we go on the basis of what you were talking about and what we've heard that he possibly, had a broken hand against Merab and still took Merab 5 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, I think that's why you see favorites. Like I don't know if I've ever seen odds like that, but he clearly outstruck him. He clearly took him down more. He won the fight, but I wasn't like not convinced he won the fight, but I wasn't that like impressed. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I just didn't give Mario.
I'm fine with him winning the fight. I couldn't give a shit
Right.
less. I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, he won. Fucking whatever. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, it was kind of like, all right. Like you won the fight. You should have, on paper, you favored that heavily. You're coming off a title fight. You should have done what I said was going to happen and what I predicted would happen and finish him in the first round, maybe the second, but you didn't. And it was kind of like, I don't know. Let me ask you this. If you are Umar's camp, you're his coach, are you concerned? What do you do as far, I mean, you're the fighter. That's why I'm asking this. Do you switch something up? Do you approach the game a little bit differently? Do you get more aggressive? What do you do? Because
no, you don't do anything.
You don't do anything.
No,
Why?
Look. Have you ever seen Khabib do anything different? Why would you change anything?
Khabib is Khabib.
They're just disciplined in what they do, and they're like they don't give a fuck about views or excitement or any of that shit. They're like, go out there.
Let me say this: Khabib, if he was ever, he was always heavily favored. Did he ever, quote unquote, disappoint like this in Umar and go 3 rounds it was a unanimous decision, and he
went
did
5
win the
rounds
fight.
against Ali Quinta. It was pretty. I was pretty.
That was a long time ago.
You know,
it was a long time ago.
He fought Al in place of he was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, I remember that. Al Iaquinta was, and
Al was the only one to take him to 5 rounds.
He was, yeah. I don't know, but you prepare for one guy, you get a totally different guy. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for Khabib, but I mean, he was just so dominant. When he was favored outside of that fight, he dominated people. When you are a -625 favorite on somebody.
That was, and we talked about that last week. I was like, that's incredibly disrespectful to
it is
Batista. And fucking Umar showed up just like he kind of did a little bit more, but Batista's got the shit for his win over your boy Aldo. He got ripped apart for beating Aldo the way he did, which was pretty boring.
In what sense?
A lot of holding him up against
boring.
the fence and
dirty
just
boxing.
control time, things like that. Not a lot of action. I mean, there was some more action in this fight.
And that was a split decision against Aldo. That's wild. I mean, I love Jose. He's like top 3 of my favorite fighters of all time, but the guy's as old as dirt, and you went split decision in a very boring fight, and then you couldn't knock out or submit washed up Patty Mix. I mean,
Patchy.
Dude, I butcher everyone's name, dude. I butcher my own name, but I just I don't know. So what do we think is next for each of these gentlemen? Bautista's losing, but he's not like, you're not getting knocked out really. He's not getting submitted. He lost a unanimous decision, so I don't think you write him off. I think he's still got to be in your top 15 to 20 and keep getting pretty decent fighters. Umar wins again. I think everybody wants to see him and Merab. We have to assume, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but we have to assume that Merab handles business against Jan, who's no slouch, but you got to assume he handles business. So do you think early next year we get a Umar Merab rematch?
If
trash fighter must see. KDL, what are you referring to?
I think he's talking about Connor.
Oh.
I think that was when we were talking about Connor.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm late. Yeah. What do you think? You think that rematch is? We've talked about it. You think it's in store?
If Merab gets it done, look, Umar's going to fight the winner of Merab versus Jan. Let's put it that way. And I'm excited to see either fight. But I think I'm going to be rooting heavily for Jan.
Against Merab?
Yeah.
You really don't like Merab?
I enjoy his personality. I like his energy. Mm-hmm. I like his antics. I like everything about him. I think I'm just like I
Does the wrestling get old to you? Is that what it is? Like just like the very now we talked about it. I think his hands have drastically improved, but clearly, I mean, he just set a UFC record for or tied it for takedowns. I mean, does that get old after a while?
Maybe after 3-4 title defenses, you know, I don't know what it is because I have a tremendous amount of respect for wrestling. I'm a pretty good wrestler myself, you know, and I know what it takes to hold somebody down and try to submit them. It's a motherfucker, you know, and you got to have respect for that in that regard. But it's like, listen, dude, I need some finishes. I don't like, and to argue for finishes from the title holder it's tough to do because you're fighting the best in the world and you're claiming to be the best in the world. You are the best in the world. You're fighting the next best in the world. That's a pretty tough ask. You know what I mean?
Oftentimes they're fighting not to lose. So, you know, you're going out there, you know, and I think GSP kind of started that a long time ago. He was just mauling dudes. Then he became the champion and he mauled, but then he went into like protection mode. And it just got boring after a while though, because he didn't have that aggression anymore because now he's champion. And maybe Merab does that. Maybe.
I don't think
he does it in a different way. He just does it by
fight.
Taking you down.
I just think he fights his fight better than anybody. So I can't disrespect him. I can't knock him on it. But I also cannot just be like doing backflips over it, you know?
Sure.
Just kind of like, I don't know. I wish which to be honest, like at that weight division, maybe O'Malley spoiled us a little bit, you know, because he was starching everybody on the way up. So it's like, oh, these 135ers can knock some people out, you know? And then you see these spinning wheel shit from fucking Umar. He's killing people. Corey's killing people. And then you get to the top 5 and all their inner workings and, like, nobody can finish each other. And so that's just the nature of them all being so damn good. But, like, I don't think to get to that entertainment level of, like, what you need for that division for it to maintain is the game plan that comes from Merab, you know? So I'm happy for him. I love his title run. I want to see new blood.
I feel that.
And I want to see Jan back in there. I always enjoyed Jan. Jan fucking killed people. He was violent as hell.
Jan, man. His boxing, dude. Man, I remember, God, what was that? Frick, I forgot who he fought. It was average guy, and he boxed him to oblivion. And I'm just like, oh my God, like this dude's gonna be dangerous. And he went on to, you know, be just that, you know what I'm saying? And I like the guy. If we're talking like who is going to win that fight, I mean, I know you're, and I understand based on the explanation, you're cheering for Piotr. I should stop dicking around. I'm dicking around over here to like adding banners and stuff. But if we're picking fighters, I got to give it to that fight. Excuse me, I got to give it to Merab. He's just good, man. He is just good. But anyways, back to these freaking frickers. So yeah, we think Umar is going to fight whoever wins in December. That is right, I believe, and then Mario will kind of go back to. You know,
yeah, because look after
you know?
if fucking Merab wins, dude, like you polished off the year with fucking more defenses on the title than anybody in a calendar year. It's a pretty big accolade.
Crazy, that's crazy big.
I honestly don't think he would fight until the White House card.
Merab,
If he wins in December,
I don't know if he's capable of that. I think that would be smart. Give him some time off, dude. You got 3 title fights, title defenses.
I just think they won't give him a fight.
Like,
I just think they'll just put him on ice and they'll like
hang
make
out
him do a
until
bunch
that
of
card.
media, you know what I mean, or just shit like that, and really
That'd be
promote
cool.
his position at the White House card.
And if they can get him to understand, like, dude, we're not saying like any old card. We're saying the White House card.
And I also
You're
think
either
he's a dark
Marine
horse
card,
for an American fan base because I think he fucking really loves America.
He does.
Like,
he
really,
like
really
very,
loves America. So I could totally see him, like, you know, he's done the Mexican thing in the past when he's getting ready for UFC Noche against Sugar Sean. It's like he was wearing all the Mexican gear and doing like Spanish videos and shit like that, and have all the tortas in the background and fucking.
Anybody in the chat, if you haven't seen Merab when he came on Savan podcast, definitely check that out. That was a cool interview, man. That was
what?
About a year ago?
Merab didn't go on the pod, did he?
Oh, I'm almost positive.
No, you're talking about Armin. You're talking about Armin Sarukian.
Dude, are you sure?
Yeah, you got the wrong Russian.
Are you sure?
Which Armand's Armenian, I believe.
So,
it's all Russian.
Now I'm looking it up because I feel like he was on that, dude. No way. Well, still go freaking check it out.
Go check it out. Even though it doesn't
Armin.
exist, go look at it.
The Armin one.
Oh yeah, go look at that.
All right. Anyways, done making a fool of myself. You know, just kidding. No, I'm not. All right. So we got my God, this woman. I have grown more and more fond of her over the last since this fight. Like, she's, you know how it goes. You go on Instagram, the next day after this fight, and I like one UFC features her winning and her cute little daughter in there, and I like double click on it. I like it. I'm like, oh, that was cool. And like now my feed is just full of Mackenzie Dern. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm in love now. Jesus Christ, like it's like she's everywhere. But I don't remember what we said for this fight. We found out late in our analysis that it is a title fight and it's 5 rounds. I do believe we both picked Mackenzie, but I don't remember when we picked Verna. You picked Verna.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this entire fight card wrong other than fucking Umar. Pissed me off.
And you're the fighter. That's hilarious. I'm just the fan. And
dude, I don't even know why I bet on this shit. I'm telling you, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you want to make some fucking money, listen to everything, every fucking fight that I bet money on. You take that shit and you completely write it down to a T, and then take it to the sports book and do the opposite, and you'll win a fuckload of money. I lose all the goddamn time.
That's funny. I didn't actually bet on this. I normally will, but I didn't. I don't know life, but I think I would have won a pretty penny because I was pretty accurate. But this was I'll say the biggest thing that stuck out, and I think you'll agree with this, is I thought Mackenzie was better at fighting takedowns. And it just seemed like whenever Verna wanted to, whenever she was getting outclassed on the feet, 9 takedowns. She pretty much took Mackenzie down at will. And it was like, I was like, really? Like, for some reason, based on prior fights and her level, I'm like, I thought she was better at defending the takedown. But Verna's just like, boom, takedown, boom, takedown, boom, takedown. And I'm like, but with that being said, Mackenzie Dern put on and we already saw Volkov do it earlier to a certain extent, but Mackenzie, when she was on the ground, she seemed almost more dangerous from her back than on her feet, which I know I'm exaggerating, stretching the truth here, but like she was so active from her back. It was crazy.
No, there's one thing I pointed out, and I was wrong in this scenario, but like, look, I pointed out last week, like, she's going to accept the takedown. So like Verna's credited with more takedowns than she probably would have gotten if Mackenzie was like, fuck no, you're not taking me down. But her jiu-jitsu base is just kind of accepting the takedown. For one, it conserves energy for not defending it, right? And you're letting them fall into a position where you can work off your back and do just fine. But in the jiu-jitsu world, that's fine because you're not getting fucking elbowed and punches rain down on your fucking face. So I think that I don't think that was entirely the game plan. She wanted to defend some more than she did in the first fight, but often she just reverts to just accepting it and then tying up a leg, getting in pulling in half guard and trying to sweep or butterfly or whatever and sweeping and get on top and have more control. But she did maintain a lot of control off of her back, some damaging threats from her back, which is fine and good and good on her for being able to do it. It's just like, it's still, no matter what you can do, it's still the worst position to be in MMA is on your back with somebody
on your back. Yeah. You typically
don't
want to be there unless, again, you're a black belt, several time black belt or whatever, like Royce Gracie, man. Like how many fights did he fight in early?
Different time.
But I mean, like
still, that were like, they pulled him out of the fucking drive-through at Burger King, and they were like, "Hey, you want to go fight this fucking Brazilian motherfucker?"
But his lineage, though, like his nephews and all the dudes and women that come through, like there have been many over the years that almost prefer to fight from that on their back because they're going to catch you in something. So you don't want to be there, but even
even with Royce, he was wearing a gi. Like, he was wearing a gi.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. But Senko was saying she's letting everybody know, and this is why I really enjoyed listening to her. These other sports you're going to, like basketball, football, you're going to bring in females. Get women that, first of all, don't try to sound like a man, like Doris Burke in the NBA. She's like, I'm a woman. And like, no, you're trying to sound like a freaking man first of all, and like make sure they know what they're talking about. Senko did not try to sound like a dude, and she knew what she was talking about because she let everybody know just because you're on your back does not mean you are in a bad position, especially if you know what you're doing, like Mackenzie Dern. It is actually a more dominant position because she's better on the ground all around, whether she's on her back, side control, whatever, than Verna. So, yeah, you don't want the average fighter, if you're not that skilled on the ground, you don't ever want to be on your back. But Mackenzie showed, man, you can be on your back and you can still win a fight, fairly convincingly.
I disagree. I think the only person we've seen do it effectively was Tony Ferguson. He had some nasty elbows from his back and it really cut people up. And but
John Jones hasn't been on his back a lot, but when he is, he's very good on his back too. Jones, he wasn't there a lot, but there have been times, even Matt Hamill early on.
When was he on his back?
I just said Matt Hamill early on. Cormier had him down a few times, but he's really. My point is like he's good from his back.
I don't think Jones has ever been on his back.
We'll look it up sometime. Maybe next week we'll have a feature of all the times, and it'll be 15 seconds, and it'll be the examples I just named. But my point is like he was actually a guy that went on his back very rarely. He's still good.
No, there's no way because if he did ever get into a scramble where his back was near the mat, he scrambled up. There ain't no fucking way.
The fight that he lost against Gustafsson?
Well, he did get taken down against Gustafsson. He didn't live there. That's my point. Even Tony Ferguson, who performed his best off his back, he didn't live there. He used devastating elbows to fucking sweep and move. Get the fuck out of there. My point is, you don't want to be there. I don't care that she was successful. It's not a good place to be. It just happened to work out with her and her opponent. Her opponent couldn't do much. And the point is, look, when you're on your back, you're losing. I mean, this particular situation is the 1/10% of when it does work. But other than that, now.
And Volkov, 2 fights in one night where the person that was on their back for a long time won the fight. Yeah.
And it's
maybe that's just a changing of the guard, or I don't know. It's just like a UFC and judges are like, hey, let's actually, like, just because a guy takes you down or a girl takes you down doesn't mean the girl on top is winning. And we saw it twice. Verna was a lot more active than Almeida. Like, let's be honest. Like, Almeida just didn't do anything. Verna actually tried to do things when she took down Mackenzie, but Mackenzie just absolutely outclassed her in a less dominant position. But
she definitely did what she needed to do, because here's the reason why takedown gets scored. It's a 10-9 must system, meaning one opponent must be taking a point away as the loser of that round. That's a 10-9 must system. It's a 10-point must system. Is that one opponent gets fucking 9 points, the other gets the full 10, and sometimes you see a 10-8 because somebody got their fucking shit kicked in. Sometimes you get 10-7, which is rare, but I mean it can happen. But basically what she did is why a takedown gets scored is because if we're neutral on the feet, we're kind of dancing around, not much is going on. It's kind of even in the striking field and just like, we're just kind of peppering each other up and not much is landing, blah, blah, blah. And then one lands a takedown on the other. Now they've changed the position and the direction of the fight. You are awarded a point for that, or at least the one who got taken down is taking away a point for giving up that advantageous position. Does that make sense? So, no, you don't necessarily have to do anything with it to get that point from the judge's standpoint because you changed the direction of the fight. But where Mackenzie played it well was, yes, the direction of the fight got changed, but then she did some damage from that and then was able to preserve those rounds because of her defense on the ground or offense on the from a disadvantageous position. So not all those takedowns are scored in favor of Verna because it just kind of landed her in a world of shit. So it doesn't, like, people think that if you get a takedown, you get a point. Like, it's not how it works. It's that whole round is scored as a whole, and who did the most damage is the primary criteria for like a metric for scoring it, either who keeps their 10 points and who loses a point. And that's how you get 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, right? Or all the way to 5 rounds. So no, you don't get a point just by fucking getting a takedown, but you will win that round if the person you took down didn't do fuck all to you. Even though you didn't do shit to them, you should win the round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Check this out. I know probably almost done here, but we're going to sidetrack. So I'm sharing my whole screen this time. No, I know. Check this out, dude. This is the fight card. Can you see this? It's kind of small. I can't make it any bigger, but this is the one I was actually talking about for the White House. Back to the White House.
How come you can't pull that up in StreamYard? Why do you have to share your whole screen?
Because it's on Instagram. It's like through my phone on Instagram. I suppose I could log into Instagram on my computer, but anyways, we have Aspinall Jones. Obviously, there's been all this talk about Aspinall can beat Jones and he's better, which I think is just bonkers. But then you got this one. I think it would just be good for entertainment purposes, but like Chandler on a White House card, I mean, he is All-American, but like McGregor and Chandler, wow. And I'm going to get to the fight in a second that I think you're going to bust a nut over, but Strickland, we saw that. Roundtree Allberg would be a cool fight. But the one I think
I would love to see Roundtree get his fucking head snapped off.
I think he would. I mean, if Yuri could do it, like, come on, Allberg is better than Yuri. This one right here, I think, is what you would bust your nut over.
Yeah,
we talked about it a few weeks ago.
For a long time.
Man, can you imagine? That would be pretty cool to watch. But even these prelims, some of these prelims, I'd rather see on the main card than, Holland and Covington would be. I mean, Holland's been, I don't know, you know what you're going to get from him, but man, he hasn't been winning a lot. I'll say that. Gilbert Burns and Diaz. Oh my God, that'd be interesting. That'd be a really interesting fight. That'd be hard to even predict. But Wellmaker and Talbot, I don't know enough about these guys that I can give an opinion on it. But
oh man, Wellmaker is a fucking bad motherfucker.
Is he?
I want to see that fight, Talbot and Wellmaker, and they're both like upcoming guys. Wellmaker's a little bit newer, but he fought a teammate of mine before he made it to the UFC.
Okay.
And people have had eyes on him as well as my teammate, but my teammate lost that fight by decision. And it was kind of like one of those things where road to the UFC was kind of happening, it was like fucking winner of this might get a shot. And unfortunately my teammate lost. Wellmaker wins another one after that, gets into the UFC. I don't know if he went Contender Series or what. I don't think he did. I think he just got a contract, but he's like got like 2 knockouts in a row, like within the first couple of rounds.
Okay.
Beast, dude. Absolute madman. And Talbot is dangerous and slick as fuck. Got a pretty impressive striking fluidity. He's got to work on his ground game a bit. His grappling's not so strong, but it's decent.
It sounds like it would be a hell of a fight.
I would love to see it. I think, God, I don't know, man. I'll take Wellmaker.
It's rare to see. Okay, it's rare to see bantam featherweight not be good fights. Like these guys can fight. You know, they're not going to get like this. Right, Lewis and Tuivasa. There's a point. It's in that first one, and a lot of heavyweight fights where these dudes are like, dude, just knock me out. You know what I'm saying? They're so tired and they're sloppy. Whereas these bantamweight fights, like it's like, let's go. You know, you might not see a knockout, but you're gonna see some fighting. But this would be cool. I'd love big old giant heavyweights in a rematch.
Might not get out of the first round.
Yeah, that'd be over quick.
Yeah.
Cortez and Barber's she's been on a tear. Cortez is no slouch. I think that would be a really cool fight.
I got Macy all day.
Macy, okay. This one, I think Barber is from around my neck of the woods too, if I'm not mistaken. I got to find that out. I'm pretty sure she fights.
Then she with Ben Askren?
I feel like, well, Ben ain't training anything right now, but he's training staying alive. But Barber, I'm pretty sure, that's probably why I recognize her. But
Dan Ige and Emmett, that would be a good one.
Josh Emmett just got embarrassed. You don't put him on the White House card.
No,
bro.
He got caught.
Oh, come on. Caught? He got, dude, that was like if you fought your daughter right now. That was embarrassing. We talked about it. We reviewed that. Like that was put him away. Something happened in that pants here. Okay, you're turning me on, but like that was embarrassing for Josh. I mean, come on, you're way too good of a fighter,
dude. How dare you? I can't with you right now. I
know. I'm just too good looking. I get it.
No, you're out of your fucking mind. It wasn't embarrassing. I mean, it might be embarrassing to him because
you're embarrassing me right now.
Way more capable than all of that. But I mean, shit happens. It is what it is. He got caught. It's not a big deal. He's a beast. He's killed a lot of people.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think he's fine. And fuck it. I think he wrecks Danny Ige. Even though I love Danny Ige.
I like them both. So yeah, Verna, I would say that division, this women's strawweight division, not necessarily a whole lot going on. So, I mean, running this back would you bounced out again? Running this back would be not a bad idea. I think these girls both showed, Mackenzie showed no matter on the feet, on the ground, she can hang. Verna showed her wrestling's incredible. Her striking can improve a little bit. But I say they run this back. Why not? Run it back. And we'll wrap up as Dylan plays with his wiener. Oh, God. We'll wrap up with this absolute effing nonsense that I have a hot rear naked take on. And we're gonna wrap up with Tom and Cyril. And man, I'm gonna give the hot take that I gave after the fight.
How dare you, by the way? That was the worst fucking take I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, stop. F off. Dude.
You're out of your fucking mind.
What's his name? Chael Sonnen said something similar.
Chael's rage baiting.
A couple, well, obviously, so maybe I was too. But, like, I've heard a couple other guys, some respectable names in the game, give similar takes.
Who? Lionheart?
And obviously, I'm not looking in like if you look in comment sections, whether on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, people are just retarded. They're just going. I'm just like, guys, stop it. But like, we talked, and this is what I was referencing to before. I talked, and you were like, "Oh, you're so fucking stupid," and I'm gonna, and I'm like, bro, if Gon can keep his distance, counter strike, be smart, blah, 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 blah. He's got a chance.
You see what
he's
you're doing
got
to
a
me?
shot
You're
to
causing me
go
to fucking
into
do
doing
nicotine.
more poison in your mouth. He's got a shot to at least take this into the second round. And I'll be damned, homeboy comes out and does I wish we were watching it together because I would have just stared at you the entire first round, because he came out and he did exactly what I said. If he wants to have a chance of getting out of the first round, he did exactly what I said he should do.
You should be his coach.
And then I should have. I DM'd him. But he came out and he did exactly. Stay away, counter strike, use your footing, stay away from the barrages, don't get caught up in that stuff. And he was putting it, quote unquote, a lot of he was kicking his ass. He wasn't kicking Aspinall's ass, but he was winning in convincing, not dominant fashion, but convincing fashion in the first round. He was absolutely doing exactly what I said I thought he could do to just survive. I wasn't saying to win the fight, right? I was just saying if he wants to survive, this is how I would say he should do it. He did that and was winning. All of a sudden, ill-advised, double eye poke.
By the way, I love the cover, the animated.
The animated version of that?
Yeah.
That was,
yeah, for our
I figured
podcast.
it was only appropriate.
It was
only appropriate. He I'm not gonna sit here and really be like he's a pussy and I wouldn't have done that and blah blah blah. But I am saying there's an element in there, similar to how a bully reacts when the kid he's been bullying forever finally stops letting the kid bully him, stands up for himself, and then the bully's like, oh my God, what's going on? And then we have a Christmas Story situation where Ralphie's just, going nuts. Like, it was similar to that where Aspinall you're gay. He had to have that. He in my head, this is how I'm playing this out, and I'm trying to be rational about it. I'm being very rational actually about it. He had a moment in that after the eye thing where it crossed his mind, I can get out of this. It hurts. It effed him up, but I'm getting beat. I can't figure this guy out. I can get out of this by milking this to a degree worse than it might be. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. And then I know we're going to fight again, so I'll come back more prepared for what I saw in that first 4.5 minutes, excuse me. I don't, trust me, Dylan, I do not want to believe that that's true. I don't want to believe for a second that that's true. But I cannot shake that thought, and I'm a very based guy. I'm a very think it out and don't go on emotions, create space. And every time I think about it, I'm like, I feel like homeboy took a way out. He took an exit. Not to say he wasn't damaged, but he took the exit. All right, unfuck me. That's I don't know, man.
One thing that did surprise me was I didn't expect Gon to look that big. I was like,
he was thick boy, dude.
Like, maybe that's what I mean. Like, I was surprised at his like he looked and Aspinall fought Pavlovich, who's a big fuck too, but Gon for some reason looked different.
He
looked hyper confident too, right away.
Yeah. I told you he's like a mix of Czech Congo and
not nearly
the other,
dark.
But and the other former champ African monster of a man, Ngannou. He's like a combination. I don't think he's better than Czech Congo. He's not as good as Ngannou, but he's a mixture of those two. He's got the athleticism. He's got the hands, not as powerful as Aspinall.
Or Czech Congo.
That's debatable, but I'm not saying I won't say you're wrong. He's definitely not as powerful as Ngannou. I don't know anyone ever will ever be as powerful with his hands. Yeah. Anyways, I derailed you. He looked better. You were saying he looked he looked hella better than what you thought.
Hella.
I know, it's my Cali friends, man. They got me saying hella. Talk about gay.
I hate that word.
I hate you, you know?
No, I think, look, man, here's the thing. I want to put to bed like this fucking narrative that like Aspinall quit.
Okay. I think that's
goes
hard to do though, man.
It goes to it's tantamount to the guys that say like, oh, he's afraid of him, so he won't fight him. It's like none of these guys are afraid of each other. Like you guys, like people who don't fight.
That's also debatable.
People who don't.
They're not afraid to fight. They're just afraid of what might happen to them if they like. Nobody wanted to fight Hamzat. We know why. You know what I mean? But like they'll still do it. But there's fear there. There's definite fear there. You might not have fear because of the kind of guy and fighter you are, but there's fear sometimes.
No, there's no fear. There's no fear. It's not. I'm afraid of this guy. Like I'm afraid to get on the bus because I'm going to get beat up by him. You know, once we get dropped off or whatever. Like it's not like that. Like people who don't fight like equate it to that. Like there's a guy who's intimidating. I'm afraid to fight him. Like that it just doesn't happen when you're a fighter. You get certainly nerves about fighting. Yeah, for sure. A healthy amount of nerves are good and they help you perform and, you know, they keep you on edge and, you know, but you're not afraid of anybody. And so to think that he quit, I think he got stabbed in the fucking eyes.
I don't think anyone's saying that he quit because he was afraid of the guy. He just quit.
No, I'm saying it's tantamount to that narrative where they say if you won't fight him, you're afraid of him.
Okay.
It's the same argument.
Sure.
And it's like he didn't quit. We'd like to see everybody go out on their shield, but at the end of the day, like I don't know, look up the stats on like fucking who wins a fight after an eye poke. It's like I guarantee you, it's probably some crazy shit like fucking nobody ever does. So you want him to lose his title and with fucking one eye, you know, and like
yes.
If he was winning that
be
fight,
a champion and keep fighting.
If he was now, I will say, Gon looked a lot better than I anticipated. His timing was much better, and like we've said before, when you establish that timing before the other guy, it's fucking really difficult to come back from. But it's a heavyweight division, man. Anything can happen. And if anyone's to make anything happen, it's Aspinall, not Gon. You know, Gon's got to play that game for 5 rounds. He's got to touch him up from the outside, stay the fuck away from him. If Aspinall was winning that fight, well, in our perception, if he was piecing him up more and then got eye poked and then fucking, you know, said I can't continue because I can't see, nobody would be saying anything about it. It's only because he got touched a couple of times, and we have no data to go off of because it was how many minutes was it?
4.5.
Yeah. So like, I mean, damn near a round finished. We got a little bit of information, but like nothing to go off of. That's the reason why it goes to a no contest, because you have to get past 2.5 rounds for it to be scored. And so,
I mean, you did hear what the ref was saying though, like, and excuse me, the doctor, like, I don't see any damage. He's fine. He can keep going.
The doctor can't readily see, he can only see so much. Mm-hmm. And he got knuckle deep in one eye and grazed in the other. He could have had a scratched cornea that the doc couldn't have seen. He could have had damage to his retina, you know, where upon that impact, even though one didn't go in, upon that impact, he could have jumbled up his retina and like what now he blinks it out and then he gets hit once and now he's got a detached retina. You know what I mean? Like that shit makes you go blind. And so the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I think it was smart of him to understand I can't see, I can't blink this out anyway. There's no reason to continue. I full-heartedly believe that he couldn't see, and I think that's the right move. Like, you don't continue the fight. It's your title, You don't have to be the one fucking laying it all out there. It's kind of like
maybe I'm just so old school, and I'm like, no, and just keep going.
It's often said like, hey, if you're the challenger and it goes to decision, you give it to the title holder, because if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And so the edge should go to the title holder, because he's already the title holder. And if you wanted that belt, if you wanted the strap, you need to fucking go out and beat him. And when if the roles were flipped and Aspinall was getting beat and then he stabbed fucking Gon in the eyes and Gon can continue, I mean, like nobody's gonna say shit. Nobody's like, I mean, we're still gonna be wondering like what the fuck could have happened or would have happened, but nobody's gonna be saying anything like Aspinall quit or Gon quit, especially if he was winning. It's a I just think it's a silly argument to make, that he pulled out. In fact, it's the smart thing to do. I don't think he quit. I think he realized he couldn't see, and it's not something he could blink his way through. So if Gon, the challenger, got his eye poked, I would much more be in favor of that argument toward Gon, because I want Gon to fucking really go out on his shield for the title, to earn the strap. You know what I mean? But sure. Aspinall's already earned it. It's like his smart play here is to realize, no, I got fouled. I'm not going to continue. And that's not a fear thing. That's not I'm running away thing. That's not I need to reset. That's not like I have more information to go off of. It's none of that. It's just more like, why would I continue? Why would I put my belt on the line when I just got fouled? It should never happen in the first place. I think eye pokes should immediately be a fucking point taken away. And it should be much more like punitive measures surrounding an eye poke, just that way, rather than sticking your hand out like this. You learn to keep that fucking fist closed.
Yeah, I don't care if it's accident or not. That's an automatic.
The only thing I will say that's a counter argument to everything that I'm saying is that, like, when Muhammad Ali was fighting Sonny Liston, Dundee, his coach, Sonny Liston had they put liniment oil on Dundee or on Sonny Liston to, like, it's like it'd be like tantamount to like Vaseline nowadays. And he had that on his gloves or something, and it caused and I think it was a fucking gamesmanship play that kind of rubbed some shit on his gloves. It'd be like getting icy hot in your eyes. And he touched Ali, and Ali said, I can't see. And Dundee said, just box. You know, there's the, like, meaning like, just keep your head down. The eye you can't see out of, close it, but just continue to box. Just box. Stay in the pocket and box, and like trust your skill, basically, even though you can't see. So that goes against what I am saying, is that, like, that's kind of what we all wanted to see. Fight through the eye poke, and go out on your shield. But if I'm in Tom's position, where you've been in camp after camp waiting on Jones and blah, 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 and then you finally get this camp to fight Gon, and then you get fouled in the first round, take the no contest. Why would you continue when you've just been fouled egregiously? And there's no sense in fighting. If we were 2.5 rounds in, fight it. Don't let it be scored. Fight it, you know? But no, I don't have any qualms against Aspinall. I don't think he quit. I think he made the smart decision for once. Too many people go out on the shield, so to speak, in this position as the title holder, and it's like it's not going to go your favor. It's not going to go your way, and it sucks. It shouldn't happen that way. You shouldn't win the title because of an eye poke. You shouldn't win the title because of an eye poke.
And that's the thing. That's what I was going to say is, like, the further point of it is, like, let's say Tom, quote unquote, mans up and says, you know what, I don't care. I can't really see out of this eye. It hurts, whatever. Let's keep fighting. And then Gon wins. That ain't a good look. That ain't a good look for Gon. Hey, you only won because you poked him in the eye. And then it's like, well, he probably did it intentionally. But either way, it's not a good look for Gane. No one would feel good about it. Hell, I would venture to say he'd feel good, but he wouldn't feel as good as you would if you hadn't done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I won the champion, or I won the belt, but I poked this dude, square in the freaking eyeball, and it heavily tilted the scales in my favor. So, yeah. Again, my that's just a rear naked hot take there. I would hate to ever think, and I told Sevan the other day, or after it happened, I would hate to ever think that any fighter, I don't care who you are, would ever bitch out like that, would ever, be like, let me milk this or whatever. I hate to ever think that. I just, I don't know. It looks bad. The eye poke looked bad. It wasn't like it was like, oh, that didn't even look bad. It looked bad, but like, I don't know. You see him like take steps after he's blinking a little bit and he looks all right. And then all of a sudden it was like this delayed onset pain and discomfort. And I don't know. It just, the whole situation, probably just because I'm salty too. I spent $80 freaking to watch the main event that I was, I was really excited about.
Not a good card.
And the whole card was kind of there were some prelims that were actually pretty entertaining. Yeah. But the main card was a little lackluster. And for it to end like that, it was like taking a girl out on a date. You're on the third date and you're like, we are doing something this time. You know what I'm saying? And you're on the couch, movies on, and you're making out, and you start putting hands in certain places, and she puts hands in, and you're like, here we go. And she's like, I don't know, we probably shouldn't do this. And you're like, oh my God, what? Wait, no. Like, okay, I'll be a nice guy and not push it. But like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. I just sat on my couch like, ew. I feel like we were almost there. Yeah, we could have made something of this, and then it would have at least been the co-main event and the main event would have at least made up for some of the lackluster before that. It's so weird, man. You look at this card, and I think that's why I was personally so excited. It looks like it would be awesome. You got a heavyweight title fight. You got two, even though like the strawweight female division and whatever, but like still, it's a title fight. Like you got 5 rounds potentially. You got Umar coming back, fighting a ball like a gamer in Bautista. Yeah. You got Almeida, who's just a freak. You got Volkov. You got all these fights. Now, the first one did live up to hype. Like, that was crazy. That knockout was insane. But the rest of it was just kind of like, okay, I guess that happened. That's over now. Yeah, that was interesting. That was a very interesting pay-per-view.
I'm excited to see the rematch. That's for damn sure. I'm excited to see the odds that come from it as well, because I think they're going to change drastically. But I still got Aspinall. I still got Aspinall by knockout.
Still got Aspinall by knockout. I don't think you're wrong to pick that. I don't think that is stupid or anything. I think that will it'll live up to the hype, though. It'll be really, really entertaining. So, yeah, man. We're not going to review these right now. We got a couple UFC fight nights. Where are these at? Both are in at the Apex Center in Las Vegas. So Saturday in 2 days, we got I love these fight nights. I know they're not pay-per-views and, it's not the biggest names, but, these guys, we talked about, these guys are fighting for that contract. They're fighting for that spot, and I think that's going to be awesome. But we'll preview maybe next week, maybe the week after. We will preview Jack Della Maddalena and Makhachev. I think it's going to be a really good fight. Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very entertaining. I mean, anytime Jack fights, it's just so entertaining because he's so unconventional. He's just like dancing out there. You know what I mean? It's like you're just watching this this dude with a crooked nose dance all up and down guys. And you're just like, man, like the flow of it it's unlike a lot of these guys are like, let's go. And he's just like, let me just dance around you, dude. It's just so cool to watch. But that's going to be fun. I wonder if Sebi will ever get him back on the podcast, now that he's the champion. But yeah, we'll preview that. Hooker, I think we were saying this should be the next fight for Hooker. Pretty sure we were saying that. So that'll be really cool to watch. And obviously, we talked about Merab and Jan. So anyways, yeah.
I was saying that Patty needs
2
to fight
minutes.
Hooker.
Oh, is that okay? That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought it was something like that. But I think that'll still be a good fight too against those two. Both of them are gamers. But yeah, man. You got anything else?
No, that's it, my man. Good coverage.
Yeah, dude.
Fun review on a tiring, pretty boring card, but sometimes they go that way, man. I'm not. I say that just. I'm look. Still got mad respect for everybody. Obviously, I'm nowhere even close to any of these motherfuckers. So, my shit
right
talk
there.
is just for for the sake of having an opinion and sticking by it. I'm gonna make my opinion, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit the way. If I see it one way, hell, I'm open to being wrong. And boy, was I fucking wrong.
Yeah. And I appreciate that about you, man. Like, you don't sugarcoat stuff. But I mean, I'll say that anyone who's stepped their foot into the octagon, like you have, whether you think you're trash or not or whatever, like you have an opinion, and it's a valuable opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure guys that like they're kind of posers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back in the day, I skateboarded, man. I was a skater, and they were posers. They dressed the part. They had a skateboard. They didn't know what I'm saying? They didn't live the lifestyle.
I skated too. That was the big thing. You were calling people out for being posers. Yeah, you were calling people out for being posers.
Yeah, you're a poser, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, like I get it. Like, I get it. You want to look cool. Skating was cool. It's cool. But like anyone who's dipped their toe into the game like you have, again, whether you think you're good or not, you have a valuable opinion. I'm a fan. I've dipped a toe into the game. Like, I've done jiu-jitsu. I've been able to spar in that realm with people. Like, I'm good on the ground and stuff like that, but I've never had any real fights. I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have an opinion because I've been watching UFC since 20 something years, and I love it. And it's awesome. And all that. But like, if this was just me giving my takes on everything, and come on, like it doesn't come from a fighter perspective. So I think that's where the balance of this really makes it really cool, because you have that experience. You have fought, you have bled, you got your damn elbow broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do the damn thing. I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a really cool balance that we have here.
And then like those who haven't fought can still talk about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to have fought to know something about fighting, or at least what you want to see is to be entertained, or to what you want to see as far as like how a fight should play out. There's plenty of like world-class coaches in wrestling, boxing mostly, but MMA as well, where like these guys have never done the damn thing. But like boxing is like heavily like there's a lot of coaches that didn't do it. Wrestling similarly, weightlifting similarly, that you just get some absolutely phenom coaches who know the game inside and out. They know what the fuck is supposed to be going on. They know what should happen and shouldn't happen. And the opinion and the respect is there for even those who hadn't done the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
sure. I just come with a perspective of like, I know how it feels to try to control somebody. It's incredibly difficult. I know when you hit somebody as hard as you possibly can and they don't go anywhere. Like that's a wild mind fuck. There's certain intricacies to the fight that I have that experience in, but it doesn't mean I know anything more than you or whomever. It's just I'm gonna have my opinion. I'm gonna fucking say it, and I'm gonna stick by it. And then when I get fucking absolute shit on and completely wrong. Just like this card, I got completely wrong. I was
speaking of which,
fucking out of this world wrong. But
speaking of which, before we end, first of all, thank you to everybody that showed up: Savon, Garrett, Kenneth, That might be it. But anybody else that showed up and
Slater.
showed support, like Slater, you're the first one here. Thank you guys. Like seriously, without you guys, like we're just talking to each other. Thank you, first of all, and second of all, what we might do going forward for anyone that watches this later, or if you're still here, we were talking about, how fun would it be? Gambling is fun. It doesn't always have to be with money. Betting is fun. It doesn't have to be with money. So what we're going to try to do, and we got to iron it out a little bit, but we're going to do, when we do prediction shows, Dylan will give his takes, his predictions, whatever round, blah, blah, blah. I will do mine. We will keep track of it. And whoever does better gets to give the other host a workout. And the plan would be to do it live sometime that week or whenever before the next prediction show. And we'll put it up live. We'll go live, and one of us will comment and shit talk the other one while they're suffering through whatever concoction we come up with for each other. So stay tuned for something like that. Obviously, the goal is to just keep pushing this forward, keep having fun with the show. Hey, if we get sponsors, that'd be awesome. If we do land on the Savant Podcast channel, that would be awesome. But we just want to keep bringing a fan perspective, a fighter perspective, talk about UFC, MMA in general, CrossFit, dad, political stuff. We didn't even tap into really any of that today, which is fine. That's cool. So that's the plan going forward. We just want to keep, we want to offer as much value to anyone that listens and watches, not so we can be cool and popular and famous, but because we're both very passionate about this stuff and just life in general. And hey, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Definitely. Couldn't have said it
better.
All
right, brother. I know. That's why I said it. All right, dude. I'm going to go, I don't know. I'm thinking, a nice hot bath on like an active recovery Thursday sounds like a good idea. So pour some Epsom salt, take a nice little hot bath, and, maybe get a little crazy.
Some bubbles, rubber ducky.
Bubbles. What do you got, dinner? You eat some dinner with the fam bam?
Yeah. About ready.
Cool. All right, Doug. We'll schedule another one. I'm going to be going back on Glinton's next week. We've been talking about just I was going on there fairly regularly, and then it's just been a minute. My Wi-Fi was so bad that they didn't invite me back, but it's gotten a lot better. So maybe next Thursday, but we'll figure out our next show. We'll maybe talk about the fight night that just happened, that will be happening. And then maybe preview quickly the second one or the next one for next week. And then maybe talk some other stuff. Maybe we'll throw some politics in there, give our opinions about Jewish people and all these other crazy things that are going on in our world right now, and government shutdowns, and how I survived those as a government employee for 11 years. But yeah. All right, dude. Enjoy the rest of your freaking night. Thanks to everybody that joined us.
Peace.
See you next time. Peace
Sounds
out.
good, buddy. We'll see you, man.
Love you, dude. Bada boom.